Hey, it's Marina, travel experta, and today we're going to be talking about Salvaje or salvage restaurants. It is an international chain and it is incredible. Are you guys ready for an adventure? Let's begin. I put into Facebook where are some cool restaurant experiences. I am tired of just going to expensive restaurants or cheap restaurants just for the food. I need the experience because I've noticed that it doesn't really matter if you're going to expensive or cheap restaurants. The food really varies with whoever is cooking. And I've been to super expensive restaurants where the food was beyond mediocre and bland and gross versus little hole in the wall restaurants where the food was really great. And it even gave a little bit of an experience, but I wanted something different. I wanted an experience. And one of the places that popped up in Guatemala, interestingly enough, it is a chain that is worldwide. There's around 10 different restaurants. If you are interested in checking it out, go on their website, salvaje.com, salvage.com. I'll put it in the resource section and go and check it out because it's really cool. So the one in Guatemala, it's all Asian infused, I guess, or fusion like Japanese, right? Because they do have an entire sushi menu, and then they have menu that is it's kind of all over the place, but it's supposed to kind of all bring you back to the Asian, Japanese under, kind of like under toe. I don't even know, but it's there. It's more Asian than anything else. However, I don't know what the restaurants internationally look like and if you get to choose the way you want your restaurant to look like. But the one in Guatemala is incredibly ornate, decadent, definitely over the top. It's really cool in a beautiful way, even though you're looking for, if you look at it, in each item separately, you'd be like, oh, this is kind of weird. I don't know if you've ever been to those stores where they sell all those really weird big animals, really weird looking things that just like, who would ever buy this? Well, the people at Salvaje in Guatemala, they did, and they somehow managed to place them properly throughout the restaurant. So it's really cool, but it is very decadent as well. Um, it's stylish and it looks expensive and it feels expensive. It's definitely not a cheap restaurant. What they're known for, other than, their food and their sushi, is their cocktails. I do have to say, there's every time I go to different places, I want to make little recommendations. The recommendation I would give the restaurant is put the images of the cocktails and even the dishes in the menu because that is what they're known for. And you're kind of just guessing what you are going to be ordering. I don't know the reasoning behind why they don't do that. That's not for me to say. So my recommendation to the restaurant, if you're going to be listening, put those images there. And to you guys who's going to be visiting, ask them to explain which of the cocktails are the really cool ones. You could go on my website on the actual post that I'll be writing about, and you could see each of the cocktails that we ordered. We ended up ordering three because I like more on the sweeter side, but they do have they have a whole list, but five are the really ornate, cool styled ones. So make sure you go and check that out and just to see and ask them. So, since we are vegetarian, the majority of the restaurant's menu is not vegetarian. We got this really interesting grilled avocado. It's super cool because they actually bring it to you grilling still right in front of you, and it's done really well. It's not just an avocado. It is very flavorful. And we also got this cauliflower. I don't even know what it is, but it was like steaming right in front of us. It was really delicious. And because of the limitation of for vegetarians, we did go out and get some shrimp, and it was good. It was tasty. But what really got us was their pastries, the dessert. They have an amazing dessert menu. I recommend if you are not huge eaters, because we're not really big eaters. We were totally full after having two little veggie dishes and the shrimp, to save room for the dessert. That dessert was fantastic. My husband got the chocolate Anywhere we go in the world, it's all about chocolate for him. And for me, I got the tres leches, which is the three milks with the coconut, and the dulce de leche ice cream. It was amazing. And it was big. Like, it was big. Normally, you go to different restaurants and the pastries are quite small. This one was almost like a meal in itself. Anyways, and the experience. Okay, so let's now get to the actual experience of it, other than it being so ornate and cool and the cocktails. They have a DJ, and I don't know if it's like every 10 minutes, all of a sudden the DJ cranks up music, and it's good music, and there's these dancers that go salvaje. So if you don't know what salvaje literally means wild. So that's like the whole place. It's kind of like wild, right? And they have these dancers doing these awesome Latin dancers, and they're really good dancers. They're not like the cheesy, like they're talented dancers. I don't know if they like do night gigs, whatnot, but they were good, and it really just adds to the show of the place and the fun of the place. We went during the day. They're actually open morning till evening, which is kind of cool. A lot of restaurants aren't open for dinner that have like these cool, I mean, for lunch that have these cool experiences. So they were, and the restaurant was relatively empty, which made it even better because we got to see the show firsthand. We don't enjoy going to a place which is really full. So it was kind of our place. And it was the point of an experience is that we spent almost 3 hours there, really enjoying the cocktails, the hors d'oeuvres or the entradas as they're called here. We did get like the main dish, which was the shrimp, and then the pastry. So it was a really enjoyable afternoon for us. If you guys have a chance to visit a Salvaje restaurant, wherever part of the world you're visiting, I really recommend it. They are pretty fun. I'm sure they have a similar theme going on. The menus are definitely similar. And if you guys want any other cool ideas for restaurants or experiences, make sure to go to my website, travelexperta.com, travel expert with an A.com. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a review and share it with your friends. And remember to make every day an adventure.